get started.
เข้าใจนะ
It was 5 o'clock, and Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. When was Alan riding his motorcycle?
At 5 o'clock.
Well, at 5 o'clock, right? At 5 o'clock,
At 5 o'clock.
Alan
Alan
was riding
was
his
riding.
motorcycle. Was Alan riding his car? Or was Alan riding his motorcycle?
Alan
Of
was
course,
riding
Alan
motorcycle.
was riding his motorcycle. Where was Alan riding his motorcycle?
In San
In
Francisco.
San Francisco. Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. When was he riding?
At 5
At
o'clock.
5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, Alan was riding his motorcycle in San Francisco. He was riding down Van Ness Street and came to a stoplight. Who
Oh.
was riding down Van Ness Street?
Alan.
Alan. Alan was riding down Van Ness Street. What was he riding on?
On a
On a
motorcycle.
motorcycle. He was riding on his motorcycle.
On his motorcycle.
Was he riding down Market Street?
No.
No, not Market
He
Street.
was
He wasn't
riding
down
Venice
Market
Street.
Was he riding down Lombard Street?
No.
No. He wasn't,
wasn't
riding down Lombard
riding
Street.
Lambert
He
Street.
was riding down Van Ness Street.
Oh.
When? When was he riding down Van Ness Street?
At 5 o'clock.
At 5 o'clock. At 5 o'clock, he was riding down Van Ness Street. Who was riding down Van Ness Street at 5 o'clock?
Alan.
Alan. Alan was riding down Van Ness Street at 5 o'clock. Was he in a truck?
No.
No, he wasn't
He
in a
wasn't
truck.
in a
He
truck.
was on his
He was
motorcycle.
on motorcycle.
And he came to a stoplight.
Oh.
Did Alan come to a go light?
No.
No. He didn't come to a go light. He came to a stoplight. We never say go light. We only say stoplight. Who came to a stoplight?
Alan.
Alan, of course. Alan came to a stoplight. What was he on when he came to a stoplight?
He on a
A motorcycle. He was
motorcycle.
on a motorcycle
Motorcycle.
when he came
When he
to
came
a
to
stoplight.
a stoplight.
Where was the stoplight?
Van Ness
Well, on
Street
Van Ness
in
Street.
San
The
Francisco.
stoplight was on Van Ness Street. Was the stoplight on Embarcadero Street?
No.
Or was the stoplight on Van Ness Street? Van Ness, of course.
Van Ness Street.
The stoplight was on Van Ness Street. Who was at the stoplight?
Alan.
Alan was at the stoplight. Which city was Alan in? In San Francisco, of course.
In San
Alan
Francisco.
was in San Francisco. Where is Van Ness?
In San Francisco.
Well, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Of course, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Is Van Ness Street in New York? Or
No.
is Van Ness Street in San Francisco?
Van Ness Street in San
Of
Francisco.
course, Van Ness Street is in San Francisco. Where was Alan riding?
Van Ness
He
Street
was riding on Van Ness Street,
on Van Ness
in
Street in San Francisco.
and he came to a
And he came
stoplight.
to a stoplight.
A red Ferrari pulled up next to him. Did the red Ferrari pull up behind him?
No.
No, 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 not behind him. The red Ferrari pulled up next to him.
Next to him.
What pulled up next to Alan?
The red ferry.
A red Ferrari. A red Ferrari pulled up next to Alan. Did Alan pull up next to a red Ferrari?
No.
No, no, no.
A red
Alan
Ferrari
didn't pull
next-
up next to a red Ferrari. A
Next
red
to-
Ferrari
Alan.
pulled up next to him. Where did the red Ferrari pull up next to Alan?
In Van Ness Street in
At a stoplight on Van Ness Street.
on a Van
At a
Ness Street
stoplight on Van Ness Street,
at a
a red
stoplight
Ferrari
on
pulled
Van Ness
up
Street.
next to Alan. Was Alan in a red Ferrari? No, no, no.
No.
Alan wasn't in a
Alan
red
was
Ferrari.
a nice
He
Ferrari.
was on a motorcycle.
He was
Alan was on a motorcycle. What did